The main character, he has an interaction with his father. So his dad found out he's not at home but living with his grandma. And his dad's like, yeah, no, you're coming back, boy. You're going to be here where you are safe and sound, where I know where you are at all times. And the main character's like, yeah, no, I'm not returning back. They have a whole school, which feels such like a father and son moment. And the main character's like, yeah, I'm going to be here and study, and I'm going to be so smart and brilliant. And the dad goes, yeah, no, I've seen your test results. You're coming back here. And finally, he tells the main character, you better ace your first test, your first month's test. And if you fail, you don't get up on the top 100 students, you're coming back home. And the main character goes, bet, dad, bet. So the main character and his dad, they squabble again about the main character's intelligence. And it's literally hilarious how they talk to each other. Because again, like I said, it's very father and son. Like, it feels like a real family how they squabble at each other. And the dad tries comparing the main character to his sister, and the main character's like, well, yeah, my sister did great in her college test scores, but honestly, she should redo it so she doesn't bring shame to the family. And the dad's like, yeah, no, you have no rights to talk about your sister's test scores when your test scores look like this. I am not kidding. And he tells the main character he better be doing good on his monthly test, or you know what's gonna happen. And the main character is like, oh, dang, I went and, spewed my mouth and now I regret it. And his sister texts him and goes, oh, you talking about my grades, dude? Just know, me and mom has a bet going on and I'm not betting for you. And the main character's like, you better bet for me. You're going to be rich. And she's like, I'm going to be broke if I bet for you. I love this family. And he's like, this family has such familiar to them. And it's not just the feelings of the original host, they probably do feel like his real family. So I was wrong. So the first Scum X's cousin was the one who was trying to take the seat from the main character. And it also was not the first Scum X's cousin who was arrested through ploys by the male lead. That wasn't the same dude. I thought it was. Like, I had them all mixed up in my head. I assumed the guy who got arrested was the first Scum X's cousin, and then the one trying to get the main character's seat to sit by the male lead was the first Scum X. But the main character outright tells us that he has not yet shown up. And I guess he will be called by his title the main character has given him, which is not the same title I've given him, but the main character has given him his own titlement, which is no better than the one I gave him. But yes, he hasn't even shown up, so I was wrong. The first Scum X's cousin, he tried to take the male lead's position. So at their school, each person represents a grade and they're supposed to give a speech at the get-go of the school year. The male lead is the one chosen because he's the top scorer of their grade. So he was supposed to give a speech, but the first Scum X's cousin wanted to humiliate the male lead and stripped it from the male lead, and he got the school through his family's influence to strip the male lead of his position and give it to him. The main character, once he finds out, he first confronts the dude and the dude's teacher, and they're not backing out, and the main character's like, oh, you're messing with me? Okay, yeah, this is not going to happen. So he calls up his cousin, who is the son of the mayor. The main character's uncle is the mayor, and he gets his cousin to deal with this. His cousin gets hold of the ministry, and the ministry makes the school give back the male lead's position, which, displeases the first Scum X's cousin and his lackeys, and they start not showing up school, which displeases their homeroom teacher because she wanted to get in their good graces to get good benefits for herself, and this has ruined her chances. The main character's cousin also wanted to show up and make a scene, and the main character would not let him. He had to literally stop the dude from making a scene at school. The male lead is becoming very popular with girls, especially on their school forum, and they are literally talking about cheating on the main character with the male lead because they're supposedly the main character's fangirls, but now they're going to change sides and become the male lead's fangirls. So they're basically outright stating they're going to cheat the main character, and the main character's lackey has enough of it. So he gets on there and basically tells everyone, oh, did you not see how the male lead was looking at the main character? And the main character's identity on the forum is not known to his classmates. So the main character was furious over this because this might reveal his identity to his classmates of who he is on the forum, that he is, the troll. So he gets onto him for this, but it basically turns into fangirl shipping the main character and male lead together because he basically isolates that the main character and male lead are together. So the main character and the male lead, they're kind of hyping each other up when they're supposed to be introducing themselves to their classmates. They're saying nice, sweet, kind things about each other, and people already had the suspicion that the main character is his forum identity. And now, since the thing his lackey said on the forum, there are some people really shipping them now, thanks to what the forum had said and this moment. I could be wrong about this, and I'm so sorry if I am, but this is what I think happened. So the male lead wants to get revenge on his maternal aunt because his maternal aunt was the one who set up his mother with his father. His mother did not know he was married, but his aunt knew. She just did not know his identity. But she wanted her sister to suffer of the after effects of being with a married man and being disowned by their family over this. I don't know why she would do something so awful to her own sister, but in these books, people are just awful to their siblings all the time, and this woman is, and the Melly wants revenge for it. She's also trying to get back into his good graces once she realized his father's identity was, so she can get into the family's good graces and get the benefits of being tied to this family through him. And he's like, oh yeah, like he's pretending to playing into her hand when in actuality she's playing into his hands. And he's also, I guess, trying to get his stepmother and aunt to fight each other and ruin each other. So he doesn't really have to deal with them. Like he'll get that issue out of his hands. I'm not sure. Either he is later down the line going to deal with both of them, or he's going to use both of them to deal with each other. I wasn't sure. But he does send his mother's diary to his aunt and basically Usulates his stepmother was involved. Like, I'm not sure. I'm also not sure about this part. So the male lead hunts down one of his ex-subordinates who are down on his luck because he lost his job. His mother is sickly, and he gets a subordinate to work for him through the money his aunt sends him because his maternal aunt sent him money to get into his good graces, and he uses this money to buy out the ex-subordinate to work for him to spy in his father's company because he wants the spy to enter his father's company and work there. I'm not sure if I was correct about that. Or was it his first ex-scummy family's company? I'm not sure. I was a little confused.